Hello dear students, as we have discussed regarding management, its objective, its features, its nature, either the management is art, science, and in previous class we have already discussed that management is art and science both, as well as management is also a kind of profession nowadays. But continuously we are talking about management. What is this management? What kind of work are under the management? What is the function of the management? Until or unless we are not knowing the function of the management, it is quite impossible to well define it. So today we will discuss the function of the management. Then we can say that to achieve its objective, its goal, its target, its motto, its aim, management functions in different way. It's functioning in following steps. Before achieving any goal, before fixing any target, management decides its function, that how it is going to be executed, when it is going to be executed. And for this purpose, the function of management has been categorized in 5 categories, and that is planning, organizing, directing, staffing, and controlling. These are the 5 basic functions of management that the manager has to perform simultaneously. Simultaneously means in same time. The manager cannot think that now I am planning, so tomorrow I will organize the plan. No, the same time manager has to combine these all functions, perform these all functions combinedly. So now we will learn the criteria, the need and importance of its function, different types of functions. Here the following functions are explained in detail, in which first is planning. It is said that planning is a never ending process of the management. As we have started our class, we planned something. It does not mean that we had planned. No, still we are planning. For tomorrow, today we have to plan. Suppose that whenever you start your day, you start thinking that how you will spend your day, what you have to do. Suppose that if it is general day, then you will think that I have to wake up early at morning at 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock, and after that I have to be ready for school, and after coming from the school, and still if you are going to the school, you also have some plans. What you have to do in the school, whether you have to study or you have to make fun in the school with your friends. So each and every day, each and every people is planning for their work, their leading times, their spendings. For teaching you today, we have to prepare, we have to plan yesterday that what we have to teach you. This is also a kind of planning. So we can say planning is never ending process, and in this planning, in context of management, in this planning, the management decide that what work is to be done, who is to do it, and how is to be done. It means the manager has to plan regarding the work, that which kind of work is going to be done, and he has to think about, plan about the person who will do it, and he has also to make the plan that how that person will complete it, how that person will perform it. So, and if that work is complete, it does not mean that planning is finished. No. After the execution of that particular work, next step they again plan. Managers again plan that what should be the next step, who will do it, how the person will do it. So again and again this planning process continue in the organization. That's why it is said that planning is a continuous process, or planning is a never ending process. It remains in the business, continue till the existence of the business, but not only existence of the business, but also at the time of winding up. If the business is going to be winding up, if the business is going to be started, the planning starts. Because without a proper or perfect plan, it is quite impossible to succeed to achieve the goal of the business. Next is organizing. Organizing is the next step after planning, which helps in executing the plan, that how the plan can be executed. It means organizing, we can say that it is a kind of performance of work, that how the work will be performed, how particular plan will be performed by the organization, who will be accountable, responsible or dutiful, which group will complete, what will be the time. These all things are going to be organized. So many times we often used to use the word organize whenever we are going to organize a party. Firstly, we have to make a plan, and after making the plan, we organize. We organize means execute the party. And third is staffing. So staffing means recruitment and selection of the employees or the subordinates in the organization so that the work can be performed. Because in the absence of the employees, in the absence of the staffs, in the absence of the subordinates, it is quite impossible to perform the task. So for performing the task, staffing is required, because it is human resource who function, who perform the task provided by the authority or their seniors. So in short, we can say After organizing, personnels are required to accomplish the task, and for this purpose staffs are hired on the basis of the requirement, on the basis of the qualification, knowledge, skill which is required for that particular work. Next one is directing. This is one of the most important function of management, which is played by the manager of the business, manager of the enterprise. Generally, it deals with the guidance and steering the people working in the office. Steering means what? As we know that the person who is holding the steering of any particular van, that will direct or guide when and which direction the van will move. Same condition in the case of directing. The manager is the steering holder or a guide who provide the guidance to their subordinates that how to perform the work, when to perform the work. It is going to be decided and guided and explained by the manager. How to achieve the goal, if any problems, if any hurdles, if any difficulties are arising in the way of achieving the goal, this is the manager who direct their subordinates. And in the direction, it does not mean only to give the instruction. In direction, it also includes motivation, and this motivation may be either monetary or non-monetary incentives, which will accelerate the activity or encourage the people to achieve the organizational goal, so that their personal needs can be satisfied, their personal goals can be achieved or satisfied. So this is the directing which helps in achieving the goal. Directing has two important aspects: motivation and leadership. Directing does not mean only to motivate, but also to provide the proper guidance, to come ahead like a leader, so that they help to lead their goal, to achieve their goal. In the case of motivation, in directing includes setting up of right environment for work, whereas leadership on the other hand implies getting the work done as per the direction of the leader. It means whatever directions are given, norms are given, terms and conditions are provided by the leader or the manager of the business or the management of the business or the authority, they have to, or the subordinates have to perform the work according to the direction and achieve the target. This is, in the case of direction, it may be achieved by praising and criticizing the work as and when required. So many times, if the direction is given by the authority, So many times it is praised by their subordinates and other people, and so many times it is also criticized by the people. So directing plays a vital role in encouraging the subordinates to achieve the organizational goal. Next is controlling. In the controlling, it is one of the most important functions too, because only to make the plan, organize the work, and recruit the person and to give the direction is not mandatory. Control and command an organization must have their control and command on their employees, their subordinates, so that they can check that the work is moving in the right direction or not. Until or unless there should not be any control, any command on the subordinates, then it is quite impossible to get a proper direction or a right direction, or the business may be on the right path, or the way of achieving the goal may be on the right path, because a less controlling body has indiscipline situation in the organization, and due to the indiscipline situation in the organization, the right direction cannot be placed and the work or the goal cannot be achieved. So it is controlling which helps to get the business on right track or achieve the goal in a right direction. It involves measuring the actual work against the set standard and policies. And for controlling, so many times business organization set a parameter or set a standard policy to perform any particular task. It also ensures that the work is up to the mark and there is no diversion or errors from the set targets. It means it helps that the term as it is stated in the guidance to perform any particular task, the task has been performed accordingly. There is no any diversion or error in that task. So controlling also plays a vital role. So these are 5 basic functions of management. So dear students, I think now you all are clear regarding the functions of the management. Thank you.